Hi, my name is Frank Rodriguez, and I'm going to interview Asian American artist Hiro Tashima. Thank you for the interview.
Oh.
I wanted to ask you about your public art. What's next? And what was that about?
Yeah. What's next? We made with 4 high school students in Mission Library area in south of Tucson. And so what their proposal was, they wanted to have a different time period in the same library area through the history. So first, we made the 3 murals. And then the first mural we made was only Native Americans here with rivers flowing and Native American people making basketry, ceramic coil pot, and so forth. And the second ones are people immigrating to Tucson, like around 1800, with train buildings and African American people who are using as a buffalo soldier and so forth to fight with the native people and so forth. And then they have minings and different cultures started to grow, and then different immigrants from different parts of the world. And then the last mural was the current library area. So library has not only books, but we have computers and cell phone texting and messaging you can do in the library, and they have games and so forth. And then they have Air Force in the sky, and then rivers are dried up, and all kind of things that we have in Tucson is in the
The next artwork I wanted to ask you about was City Life. I know it's one of your older ones, I believe. What was that one about?
Yeah,
exactly?
City Life I made when I was in Philadelphia, and in Philadelphia I felt like, just like Japan, we were rushed by the hours, and then we have to do certain things in a certain time of the day, and then no matter how hard you run, still more things to do, and still more things have to catch up. And so I made a hamster wheel, and then made myself as a hamster, and then kind of running inside of this hamster wheel, and then I used it was like a little installation kind of piece. So I put dollar, what do you call it, imitation dollar bill from the Game of Life. And so they have a kind of money is flying from the wheels, and then in the ground they have many construction people or people going to school or kind of a traffic jam inside of the traffic. Yeah.
Okay, how is your artwork different from other Asian American artists?
Asian American art is kind of like too big of the term. We have several different kind of artists, like if it's a Japanese American artist like Jun Kariko, he makes very big, abstract format with the different dots or polka dot kind of patterns or stripes and so forth. And then Akio Takamori, he does more like old sumie calligraphy like sculpture, figurative work. And then I do my self-portrait. So it's kind of different in direction, but one thing we could say is definitely it's different perspective to give to the American people. So we grew up different parts of the world, so we have different background, and then that background will kind of come through the artwork. Yeah.
So I guess that kind of answered the second question as well. I guess more specifically, you make a lot of all of your sculptures I've seen pretty much. They have your face on them. Yeah, so they also do a lot of Japanese artists do that, or?
No, really. The only self-portrait artist that I know is another kind of photographer artist. His name is Morimura, Yasumasa Morimura. He is. It's like a Cindy Sherman. Do you know Cindy Sherman, the American photographer? She also make a self-portrait. He does also self-portrait like a Cindy Sherman style, and then make himself in a different movie star or things like that. But as a sculpture doing self-portraits, I don't know anybody other than me. Yeah. But I've used myself not because to be an example or anything, but to me, my self-portrait is like my signature. And then I want to say more kind of broader, making into instead of one typical individual, but same for everybody else, kind of. So I use myself as just one human being. And then when I first started, I was a student, so it's expensive to ask model to stand for you for hours and hours.
Right.
And then, but if you use yourself, it's free. And then, when you're ready, he's ready too. And so that's how it worked out.
Nice. All right. So what inspires you to do yoga?
Inspiring things. I usually make things from everyday life, and so nothing out of space. Something I've never tried before or anything like that. But more like when you make a conversation with your friends and so forth, that comes to your themes, and then start to develop ideas from there.
Okay. And then my last question is, well, it's two. What brought you to Tucson, and what's your favorite thing about Tucson?
Yeah, what brought me to Tucson was this job here. I was teaching in Oregon before, and then when I was accepted, here, this job, people wanted me to teach ceramics in here as a department head. So okay, I'll take the job. So I came down, and then the reason I like Tucson is I like Tucson because it's dry, and then I can ride motorcycle all year long, and then I love this wild scenery, these bright colors of the sky, and then the cactus thing is very weird looking thing. When you first look at the mountain in Japan is like a green and forest, and here when you look at the mountain, brown, and then things sticking out, like a chopstick thing is sticking out everywhere. It's like, what's that? It's very interesting scenery.
Well, thank you very much, Hiro, for
Thank you.
the interview. Yes. Look
you.
forward to more of your artwork.
Thank you.
That's all. Bye.